Hello, creative people! Welcome to our channel. Today, I'm going to show you how easy it is to create a watercolor woodland using only the fluidity of water. No fear and no complications. If you enjoyed today's theme, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new content. All the materials and colors used are listed in the video description. The line art for the woodland drawing can be downloaded from my blog. It's completely free and you don't need to fill out any forms. The link is in the description. Let's start by creating a luminous background for the painting using the wet on wet technique. First, let's thoroughly dampen the paper and start applying the yellow pigment in the indicated areas. Tilt the paper from side to side to let the paint flow a bit. Now, with a mix of vermilion and yellow ochre, let's create the spots on the ground, which will later look like fallen autumn leaves. Use yellow ochre and burnt sienna for the same purpose. Apply a bit of these pigments to the tree canopies and the foliage next to the fence as well. We can use shades of blue to represent the depth of the woods and the pond nearby. Mix cerulean blue with permanent yellow to create a vibrant green and apply it to the tree canopies with light, spaced-out taps. Now, use several different shades of green to fill in the green areas. Here, we are trying to create a sense of depth in the vegetation. I teach the technique for drawing and painting elements of nature in my book, Nature, Watercolor and Drawing Step by Step. This book is a complete guide for trees, rocks, logs, shrubs, and mosses. It is available on Amazon. And for Prime and Kindle Unlimited members, it is still free. Go ahead and grab yours now. The link to the book is in the video description. If the paper dries, dampen it a little more. Load your brush with burnt sienna and splatter the paint over the tree canopies. Using a brush with just water, spread the droplets of paint. We will repeat this process with other pigments to mimic the leaves in the canopy. Use ultramarine blue to reinforce the sense of depth in the pond. There's no need for fine details, since this area is far from the main focus. used Crimson Lake to create the fence by the pond. Now that the background is ready, let's paint the foreground objects. I made a mix of burnt sienna and Van Dyke brown for the first wash of the trunks, and I used the same paint to paint the reflections of the trunks on the ground. Use this mix of browns for the first wash of the wood. While we wait for the trunks to dry, let's add a bit more green to the foliage and grass. This freedom we're using here, letting the paint guide the drawing, is very rewarding. If you like this approach of painting directly with the brush without being tied to rigid graphite sketches, you need to check out my book, Watercolor Flowers Without the Use of a Sketch. In that book, I dive deep into this exact technique for flowers, but you can apply it to any landscape. In addition to the 2 books I've already mentioned, I also have the book Watercolor with Flavor, Delicacies Without the Use of Sketches, where you will learn to paint treats in simple and fun steps. Take advantage of the fact that all these books are still free for Prime and Kindle Unlimited subscribers. The link to get your copy is down here in the description. This is a beautiful way for us to stay closer and for you to support this channel. Now that the trunks are dry, let's work on the details. For this, we can add several other shades of brown, always letting the bottom layer show through a bit. Using slightly diluted sepia, we will create the strongest shadows on the trunk. Place some sepia at the base of the foliage and with a dry brush, nearly dry, smudge the ground to leave a trail. Create thinner branches using the tip of your brush. When creating the thinner branches, leave some gaps between them and the foliage, as if the leaves were covering the branches. With burnt sienna, darken the areas of the ground where there are no puddles. Mix sepia with black to create carbon tones and paint the ironwork on the benches. Using a white pen or white acrylic paint, add small highlights. To finish, let's paint the foreground leaves. All done! Notice how the colors blend smoothly and the details bring the painting to life. If you liked this tutorial, don't forget to leave some love in the comments telling me below if you really found it easy. And of course, don't forget to subscribe for more tips that make your artistic life easier. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave them in the comments. See you next time, and thanks for watching the video until the end. Enjoy! They're still free for Prime and Kindle Unlimited subscribers.